25, Justin Cruz. Číslo 29, number 29, Daniel Medeiros. Číslo 21, number 21, Arlindo Aragao. Číslo 93, number 93, Adam Ferreira. Číslo 91, number 91, Chris Kerguera. Číslo 57, number 57, Brian Quager. Číslo 88, number 88, Chris Quager. Číslo 27, number 27, Ryan Deal. Číslo 24, number 24, Jason Cuerda. Číslo 77, number 77, Danny Roca. Číslo 26, number 26, Justin Cabral. Číslo 17, number 17, Pedro Cabral. Číslo 16, number 16, Eric Camara. Číslo 7, number 7, Ryan Carvalho. Číslo 79, number 79, Matthew David. Číslo 43, number 43, Paul Duarte. Číslo 10, number 10, Jack Gallant. Číslo 11, number 11, Marco Gonzalez. Číslo 86, number 86, Matthew Leal. Číslo 9, number 9, Dustin Macbeth. Číslo 80, number 18, Tony Monteiro. Číslo 19, number 19, Ricardo Pérez. Číslo 18, number 18, Joe Montes. Číslo 97, number 97, Nicolas Senra. Trenérem týmu, the head coach of Team Portugal is Alex Bololetis. Nyní mi dovolte, abych vám představil sestavu slovenského národního týmu. Let me introduce the players of Team Slovakia. Číslo 33, number 43, Stanislav Petrik. Číslo 31, number 31, Milan Plevaňák. Číslo 17, number 17, Josef Minárek. Číslo 41, number 41, Ivan Káčer. Číslo 44, number 44, Filip Titka. Číslo 7, number 7, Pavel Plavut. Číslo 72, number 72, Roman Bujda. Číslo 14, number 14, Radovan Zelenka. Číslo 21, number 21, Tomáš Tupík. Číslo 93, number 93, Radovan Dejneka. Číslo 24, number 24, Milan Rapáček. Číslo 46, Jaroslav Martinusík. Číslo 55, number 55, Martin Kolár. Číslo 81, number 81, Michal Hrivna. Číslo 23, number 23, Milan Beniač. Číslo 87, number 87, Lukáš Maděra. Číslo 77, number 77, Boris Moravec. Číslo 89, number 89, Libor Teplický. Číslo 9, number 9, Marek Slovák. Číslo 42, number 42, Ivan Škultéty. Číslo 27, number 27, Matúš Lipták. Číslo 71, number 71, Patrik Svitana. Číslo 20, number 20, Miroslav Božík. Číslo 26, number 26, Lukáš Piák. Trenérem týmu, the head coach of Team Slovakia is Josef Juris. abych přivítal rozhodčí dnešního zápasu. Let me welcome games referees. Zápas dnes budou řídit pánové Radek Koskuba a Radek Šulo, oba z České republiky. This game will be conducted by Radek Koskuba and Radek Šulo. Both referees are from the Czech Republic. Prosím, přivítejte právě nastupující tým Slovenska. Please welcome team Slovakia.
Welcome back to quarterfinal Thursday at Pardubice, Czech Republic, here in the Tipsport Arena. Our second quarterfinal will feature the team that finished first in Group A1, Slovakia. They won the last two World Championships, taking on the team that finished fourth in A2, Portugal. We've already had one upset as Greece knocked off the defending silver medalists 4-3 in overtime in an earlier quarterfinal game. Third tournament in a row that the Greeks have made it to the semifinals. So while we can call it an upset because they finished fourth in their group, the United States finished first in theirs, the fact that Greece has made it to the semifinals is not at all unusual. Third championship in a row. They finished fourth overall just 2 years ago in Zug. So Slovakia against Portugal. You see the referees, both from the Czech Republic. Slovakia in the blue, white, red trim. Portugal in the red and green. Captains exchange gifts, pleasantries for now. Starting in goal for Portugal will be number 35, Justin Cruz. And for Slovakia, the legend Stanislav Petrik, 39 years of age. Almost 20 years with the Slovak national team. He is indeed a legend in this sport. There you see the Slovakian team. In the middle of that, Stanislav Petrik. The Portuguese, Justin Cruz in goal. No doubt both these teams heard what happened in the opening quarterfinal, with the United States being knocked out of this championship. That is one of the top four teams after the round robin that is gone. USA finishing first in their group. After this game at 7 o'clock this evening, we will have the Czech Republic hosting India. And that will be followed by our final quarterfinal game, Canada, to play Switzerland. That at 9:30 tonight, local time here in the Czech Republic. All right, we are set to get underway. Second quarterfinal, Slovakia and Portugal. Portugal has got to be saying to themselves, well, if one fourth place team can win, why not us too? Slovakia certainly want to avoid the same fate as the United States. Tipped right in onto Cruz. Cruz is going to cover it up 9 seconds into the first period. He'll get a face-off in his own end. Kohler to take the face-off for Slovakia against Justin Cabral for Team Portugal. Right from the face-off, a shot came in, went off a leg. Kohler with an early chance. Big save by Cruz. Slovakia with the first good opportunity to get on the board. Ball goes all the way in around the boards. Reaching for it was Sequeira. Cabral, Carrera, Perez. And you get it to Matthew David. David hustling down to avoid the flooring call. David in around behind the goal. Played off the boards by Titka. Liptok. Over on the right side to Blisty. Fed back. Svetana tried to play it in. Knocked away from him. He's got to retreat all the way back in his own end. He'll give it to Pavel Blahut. Long pass up the blue line taken by Tbilisi. Shot wide of the goal. Blahut will keep it in for the Slovaks. Liptok down the corner, taken away from him. Svetana's there trying to get it out in front for Liptok. Svetana has it. Watched by Montero rather. Tbilisi. Back in. Svetana. Pressure by the Slovaks early. Tbilisi, a shot, ball goes straight up in the air. Played around behind the goal by Chris Creador. Get it up to Justin Cabral. Duarte will come over and get it. Duarte off the boards, just gets it out over center. Tupi. Pijak. Shot from Martin Slovak goes wide, and Cabral is away on the right side. That's Kamara, the speedster. Kamara cutting in front. Ran right into the goalkeeper, Patrick. And the Slovaks would like to see a goaltender interference on that as Kamara cut through the crease. You see the speed of Eric Kamara. Gets around Tupi, gets in front. They're saying he was pushed in by Tupi. Great speed to get around the outside and go to the tough spot right in front. A lot of players will take that in around behind the goal. Kamara's had one hat trick in this championship already. Going to redo the draw. Won by Portugal. The shot went wide from Nicholas Senra. Now it comes up here along the near boards. Senra's got it to the side. Kamara. Kamara's knocked down out in front. Macbeth with a shot. Patrick looked behind him and went wide. Senra behind the goal. Portugal putting pressure on the Slovaks. Senra leaves it there. Kamara all the way back at the blue line. Roca shot wide of the goal. Patrick says enough of that. Too much pressure by the Portuguese. He'll get a face-off. .304 gone. Ball comes down to Patrick. He'll play it around the boards here on the near side. Roca is on it first. That's actually number 11, Gonçalves for Portugal. Still battling, trying to get loose. Gonçalves doing good work. Taken away by Orovitz. Orovitz straight up the floor. Orovitz in over the blue line, lost it. That'll be a flooring call against Portugal. Back down to the left of Justin Cruz, Ricardo Pontes, and Adam Carrera of Portugal. Orovitz. That came out. Past the player at the point and hustling back to pick it up in his own end, Bujik. Bujik up at center. Taken away by the Portuguese, taken back by the Slovaks. Rivnak. Rivnak. Shot off a stick, up and out of play. Face-off will stay there in the Portuguese end. Rivnak in over the blue line. He elects just to shoot it, see what happens. Here you see it go off the Portuguese stick out near the blue line and up and out of play. Zelinka into the corner. Now it was Titka. Perez for Portugal, trying to get it out. They do. Racing onto it is Cabral. Justin Cabral in over the blue line, taken away. Slovaks have it. Kohler into the middle. Pass too hard for Matinjasic. Back there goes Quiroga for Portugal. Got it out. Ball comes here on the near side, just outside the blue line. Matthew Leal towards the goal, off of Patrick, and a little ricochet up into the mesh. Out of play. Matthew Leal shot short side. No trouble for Patrick. Duarte into the far corner. Blahu for the Slovaks. Can't get it out. Portugal will keep it in. Shot from the point. Patrick has it. Holds on. Holds on. Face-off will be to his right. Just 4:48 gone in the first period. Our second quarter final of the day. Shot blocked. Slovaks are away. Bojic. Slovak in front looking for the deflection. It went wide. It's Martin Slovak, number 9. Duarte has it for Portugal. Get it to the blue line, force back. Montero back to his defense, up the blue line. Duarte, Montero, Slovaks up pressing. Duarte couldn't handle it. Tupi will keep it in. Slovak shot on goal. Cruz makes the save. And you can see the Slovaks move their forecheckers up a little bit into the Portuguese zone, and Portugal had trouble getting it out, turned it over. Slovak got a pretty good chance. And on that one there, he was just trying to put it towards goal, hoping for a deflection. There's the second one. The save made by Cruz. Minarek shot was blocked right from the face-off. He'll get it down to Orovitz. Madeira for Slovakia. Twisting, turning, leaves it. Orovitz behind the goal. Orovitz, he's poke checked. Orovitz has it again. Slovaks trying to get it out in front to Orovitz. He got his shot away. Madeira is looking for it. He's knocked down. Play continues. Orovitz has it again. Pressure by the Slovaks. Shot on goal. Somehow Cruz finds it. Holds on. The drums are pounding here in Tip Sports. Support of the Slovaks. Nice play by Cruz there to poke check Orovitz. Bojic missed that. Tries a little lacrosse play. Had to tuck it up in the top corner. Didn't miss by a whole lot. watching the replay. That came very close. Out over the blue line. Martinyasik. Kohler. Knocked down. Creador. Perez. Cabral heading for the front of the goal. It's tipped just wide. Patrick got a stick in the way. Martinyasik. Martinyasik in over the blue line. Gets it wide to Rampacek. Rampacek shot is wide of the goal. Kept in by Zelinka. Now it comes out. Zelinka's got to go back to pick it up, back in his own end. Slovakia will change, so Zelinka will bring it all the way back. And he's going to head to the bench as well. Pavel Blaut. Couldn't handle the pass on the right side. Comes back to Kasher. Dumped in. It's Jeff Gallant for Portugal. Taken back by the Slovaks. Liptak. Liptak turns. Wide of the goal. Gallant trying to get there. Kept in on the far side by Blau. Chris Creador. Off the boards. Slovaks come up with it. Back down on top of the circle. Cycle it down low. Tablisky knocked off his stick. Liptak lost it. Piak coming off the bench. Over to the right side. He'll go get it himself. In around the boards. Cruz couldn't stop it. Slovaks have it out in front off the stick of Danica. A couple of whacks at it back of the blue line. It finally goes down into the corner. Bojic. Slovak player knocked down in front. There will be a penalty to Joe Pontes. That's Piak down in some discomfort. Pontes getting sent to the penalty box. Bojic in the corner. I don't know if we'll see what happens out in front. We're probably not going to pick it up, as Bojic had the ball along the boards. The incident occurred out in front of the goal, well away from the ball. Pontes goes to the box. Slovakia goes to the power play. Portugal win the faceoff, clear it down the floor.
Time 8:26. Penalty for player number 18, Joe Pontes from Team Portugal. 2 minutes for interference.
Interference is the call. Zelinka back at the blue line, down into the corner. Rampacek. Back to Rampacek. Toss it back and forth behind the goal. Zelinka waiting for it back here at the left circle. Crease violation. Play will come outside. Slovaks moving it back and forth behind the goal, but nothing happening. Portuguese player agrees with the call. Down the floor it goes, held up there by Patrick. Minute 5 to go in the man advantage for Slovakia. Svetana. He'll get it centered. Kasher over on the right side. Tablisky. Back to Svetana. Svetana. Liptak one-timer. Blocked by Senra of Portugal. 36 seconds to go in the man advantage. Svetana across. No shot. Svetana. Another shot by Liptak is blocked by Senra. They'll go to the boards, hard into the boards. Slovaks came out with it. And Creedor took it away, can't get it out. Svetana knocks it down. Across to Bliski. Svetana can't get the one-timer away. Wrist shot directed wide of the goal. Penalties over. Portugal back to full strength. All bouncing around in there. Portugal get it, clear it down the floor. Just over the blue line. Turning is Svetana. He'll dump it in. Under 5 minutes to go here in the first period. Still no score. Denica. Portugal defending well. Pick that off. Tipped in by Duarte. Duarte for Portugal. Still got it. Duarte working it out in front, goes to the far side. Shot. Montero off a stick, out of play. Face-off will be in the Slovakian end of the floor. No score. The longer this goes scoreless, the more the Portuguese like it. The confidence they will build. That's what happened that first game. Greece got out to a 1-0 start. The States scored 2, but Greece stayed close. Stayed close, tied it up late, and then won it in overtime. Back at center. Rivnak. Over on the far side. Madeira into the middle. Slovaks have it. Orovets. Watched by Pontes. Orovets, wraparound, stopped by Cruz. Ujak played it back in for the Slovaks. Orovets is on it. Boris Orovets. Back to Zelenka. Zelenka around the boards. Zelenka will hold it in momentarily, but then it's knocked out. Zelenka wanted to make the quick pass, but his team was changing. He'll leave it. Titka for Slovakia up at the blue line. Got it to Martinyasik. Kohler will clear it in. Montero moved it out, but not out over center. Kohler with a shot that was deflected. Titka in front. Ball swung wide. Back at the blue line. Zelenka's back at there. His shot goes wide. Rampacek. Try the give and go. Goes back to Rampacek down in the corner. In the middle. Kohler's backhand wide. Taken by Carrera. And comes back to Carrera behind the goal. He's going to move it quickly. He's got a couple of Slovaks in there. He does. Makes a good pass to Sequeira all the way down the floor, right to Patrick. So that'll negate any flooring call. Zelenka leaves it back there for Titka. Titka. Matthew David stole it away from Titka. They are really battling down there. Physical play. Slovaks come away with the ball. Up the middle. Tepliski. Svetana shot. That ball is loose. Cruz finds it, covers it up, and the Portuguese clear away from in front of their goalkeeper. Svetana with the shot. Cruz with the save. The ball went up in the air. You can see it's loose. Cruz finds it. Just a minute, 22 seconds to go, first period. Svetana, shot, scores! Patrick Svetana gets the Slovaks on the board with 1:19 to go in the period. Tepliski wins the face-off clean to Svetana. One-time slap shot beats Cruz cleanly. The Slovaks take the lead. That's a tough one for the Portuguese. They played the Slovaks even up until then. And they give up a goal late, minute 19 to go in the period.
Čas 13:41. Gól týmu Slovenska vstřelil hráč s číslem 71 Patrik Světa.
Back to pick it up in his own end, Dustin Macbeth. Leaves it around the boards, pinching in was Tupi. He'll hold it in. Portugal still has it. Long pass up ahead, picked off, brought back by Piak. Piak into the corner. Drops it back. Bojic. Beth tracking him. Bojic tries the wraparound. Cruz makes the save. Whistle goes. I think there's going to be a penalty, and now some more rough stuff goes on. See Kamara over in the penalty box. Great opportunity here for Slovakia. They've scored once. Shot save made by Cruz. Portugal has played them tough here in the first period. They got that late goal. Now they're on the power play, but only 20 seconds left to go in the period. They've got the ball down low in possession, circle to the side of the goal, along the goal line, out in front, dipsy-doodling and throwing it through the crease. 8 seconds to go in the period. Try and get it back to the point to Kohler. Cleared down, that'll do it. So buzzer goes to end period number 1. Late goal by the Slovaks. Patrik Svetana has them out to a 1-0 lead here in this quarterfinal game against Portugal. We will come back with the second period of this game in just under 10 minutes from now. We invite you to join us then. These are the 2017 ISBHF World Ball Hockey Championships from Pardubice in the Czech Republic.
Statutární město Pardubice. Generálními partnery mistrovství světa hokejbalu jsou Česká podnikatelská pojišťovna a Finex Technology. Hlavní partneři mistrovství světa hokejbalu jsou JTech, KYB Manufacturing, PlayStation, služby města Pardubice, Battery Shop, T6 Power, Quiz, Marvel, AML Holding, Radegast, stavební firma Jičmínek, Czech Insurance Agency, Nissan Auto In. Partnery Českomoravského svazu hokejbalu jsou Sabe, Střída Sport, Merch 53, Fisher Hockey, Stillman, Hejduk Sport, CCM a Wimber. Hlavními mediálními partnery mistrovství světa hokejbalu jsou Česká televize a Český rozhlas radiožurnál. Partnery mistrovství světa hokejbalu jsou AAA Auto, Štojblin, léčebné lázně Bohdaneč, Keto Diet, Vodovodek a kanalizace Pardubice, Explozia, Sherlock, TNT Trade, Alukov, Energie AG Bohemia, Markmet, Calypso, ČPP Service, Správa a údržba silnic Pardubického kraje, Napatrax, Comia, EM Stav, Astex a Asprat, Elektroservice Modr, Finet Pardubice, Tekan, Mados MT, SAM Litomyšl, Bauxet.cz a Top Centrum. Dodavateli mistrovství světa v hokejbalu jsou Rozvojový fond Pardubice, AB Kont, Edera, Konektor, Flame, Odrážovka, Bitfood, České dráhy, Rosengard, Patapuf, Red Tide, Ponte Catering, Chargebox, Allfloor, Tiguron, Kohinor, Berserk, Finlandia a Frenzel. Regionálními partnery mistrovství světa v hokejbalu jsou Aquacentrum Pardubice, Atrium Palác Pardubice, Deep Vision, Destinační společnost Východní Čechy, Kulturní centrum Pardubice, Dopravní podnik Pardubice, McDonald's, Dostihový spolek Pardubice, HC Dynamo Pardubice, Letiště Pardubice, Golf Resort Lutická hora a Regionální rozvojová agentura Pardubického kraje.
Den Pardubického kraje už klepe na dveře. V pátek 9. června od 10 do 21 hodin se můžete na Pernštejnském a Komenského náměstí v Pardubicích těšit na bohatý program. Prohlídky úřadu, dobročinný darmák, ukázka práce záchranných složek, regionální potraviny a řemeslníci. A ve 20 hodin na Pernštejnském náměstí koncert Heleny Vondráčkové. Den Pardubického kraje v pátek 9. června. www.pardubickýkraj.cz.
1-0 for Slovakia in quarterfinal number 2 here in Pardubice. A late goal by Patrick Svitana has got the Slovaks out to a 1-0 lead over Portugal. Minute 19 left to go in the penalty to Portugal. Penalty was called to the goalkeeper. Actually, is who they called it on. It was Justin Cruz. So minute 19 left to go in that penalty. Slovakia with a chance to open it up a little bit. You see Justin Cruz down at the far end. Casher and the goal scorer there, number 71, Svitana. Conversation at centers. We get ready for period number 2. The wrong guy in the penalty box was Eric Camara, who'd gone to serve the penalty for Justin Cruz. They tried to start the second period with Dustin McBeth in there. He comes out. Camara goes back in. Shots on goal, 17-7 in favor of Slovakia in that first period. So Slovakia, power play. Svitana. Tabliski. Svitana. Tabliski. Shot from Slovak goes wide. Martin Slovak. Casher leaves it for Svitana. Slovak. Or Marek Slovak, I should say. Not Martin. Marek. Svitana able to hold it in out at center. 30 seconds to go in the power play. Tabliski. Svitana gets it to settle. That one-timer getting behind Cruz, but drops just wide of the goal. He stopped it. It dropped. Good hard shot by Slovak. And you see it. Svitana, Slovak. Third time they've set him up for the one-timer. You see Cruz makes a save, and there's the ball. Ball's behind him and goes inches wide of the post. 21 seconds still to go in the man advantage for Slovakia. Portugal win the faceoff, clear it down the floor. Patrick plays it up ahead. Dozen ticks of the clock left to go. Stopped at the blue line. High stick coming up from Buyak. That caught, I believe that's Ricardo Perez, number 19. Might get a better look at it there, not sure. Actually, it's 18, not 19. Joe Pontes. The inadvertent high stick, Buyak trying to shoot the ball, and stick came up, caught Pontes right in the face. So with 6 seconds left to go in the Portuguese penalty, Portugal will go on the power play very shortly. 6 seconds of 4-on-4. Portugal hanging in there against this powerful Slovakian team. Talking to some very knowledgeable ball hockey folks between periods, and they said, you know, with a 1-0 lead for Slovakia with Stanislav Petrik in goal, might be enough. It's a lot of respect in ball hockey circles within the community. As the Slovakian goalkeeper, Sequeira plays it back to Carrera. Morovic causing trouble. Slovakians come up with it, send it down the floor. Portugal on the power play. Minute 28 to go in their man advantage. Come here on the right side. Matthew David spinning away. Lost it at the blue line. Cabral follows up on it for Portugal. And for David. Working against Zelenka. Zelenka gets to it, clears it down the floor. Tipped in. Trying to get to it is Cabral. Comes in front. Once again, Slovakia clear it down the floor. Cruz plays it up ahead to Perez. Ricardo Perez. Sequeira in along the boards. Sequeira stops along the wall. Down a little bit deeper. Montero behind the goal. Ryan Creedor's out in front. Big man trying to provide a screen, but they can't get the ball in shooting position, and the Slovaks are away. Shot. Cruz makes the save. 22 seconds to go in the man advantage. Perez. Over to Duarte. Dumps it in the corner. Perez is hustling to get there first against Tbilisi. Montero comes up with it. Montero. 3 seconds to go in the penalty. Slovaks are now back at full strength. Coming out of the penalty box to get to it was Bujak. Svetana in there. Knocked loose by Tbilisi. Turns, shot, and hit the outside of the goal. Svetana. Tbilisi leaves it for Svetana. Back to Tbilisi. Swing and a miss. Bujak with a shot blocked. Portugal will just relieve the pressure by sending it down the floor. 3:49 gone in the second period. This our second of 4 quarterfinal games coming up next. 7 o'clock local time. On a beautiful Czech evening in Pardubice, it'll be the Czech Republic playing host to India. Steve Power will step in and have the call of that game for you. Get a little bit of time off. I'll come back then and do the Canada-Swiss game. 9:30 local time. Kicked away by Cruz. The ball is there. Slovak couldn't get a stick on it. Slovakia on it. Bojic in front. They score! Bojic to Denica. And it is 2-0 for Slovakia. Radovan Denica has doubled the lead. Here's Bojic, good pass. Denica falling backwards, still got a lot on it. Tough shot as he was moving away from the goal. Got it behind Justin Cruz, and it is 2-0 now for Slovakia. And people thought a 1-0 lead was comfortable with Stanislav Petrik in goal. 2-0 lead is huge. Kamara unable to get away, and it's going to be a penalty coming up to Slovakia as Eric Kamara was hauled down. Tripping is going to be the call against Slovakia. It's Bujak going over with Kamara, gets his stick in there, pulls down the Portuguese player. Kamara still down on the floor over on the far side. Training staff has gone out there. Philip Titka from Slovakia. There's Eric Kamara. Justin Cabral. One more look at it here. Kamara is getting back to his feet on the far side. Looks to be okay as he makes his way back to the bench. Power play for Portugal. Need to take advantage of these opportunities. Chris Criador, Montero, down and behind the goal. Macbeth, Montero, Macbeth. Montero faked the pass, shoots it, and Patrick. Thank you very much. There's the fake pass, which opens up a shooting lane. A good shot, but Patrick gives it a little extra flair. .507 gone in the second. Casher's clearing attempt goes over the boards. Ivan Kasher from Slovakia right there. Controlled by Portugal. Criador. David. Criador back to David. Into the middle. A shot from Lille. Stopped by Patrick. Pass picked off, cleared down the floor. On at first, Madeira cleared away from him to the boards. Just under a minute to go now in the power play for Portugal. Chris Criador, the captain, with it. Ball bouncing, a chance now for Portugal. Patrick with the save. Cabral got to that loose ball. There's the swing and the miss by Kasher. Cabral, backhand. Patrick right there. .43 seconds remain in the penalty to Slovakia. Carrera, Sequeira, shot doesn't get through. To the middle. Picked off, cleared down the floor by Tupi. .25 seconds remain in the power play. Ahead, Montero knocked off his stick into the Portuguese bench. Face off will be inside the blue line because it came off the stick of one of the Slovak players. Stanislav Patrick. Kamara back out on the floor after being shaken up a few minutes ago. Shot. Patrick made the save. Wasn't quite sure where it went. Hit off the heel of his glove into the corner. Neal down into the corner. Gonçalves. Comes back to Gonçalves. Penalty's over. Kamara in around, out in front. Stopped there by Titka. Kept in. Gonçalves back at the blue line. Sequeira shot off a stick, out of play. Face-off will stay in the Slovakian end, but they've killed off that penalty. 2 seconds shy of 7 minutes gone here in the second. There's the block by Tika. So they try and get the ball out in front. Eric Camara. Actually, the block was by, I believe that was 24 Rampacek. And then Tika cleared it. Portugal with the ball. Macbeth has it taken away. Bojic across. Tipped out towards center. Senra. Back. Creador. Over to Quiroga. Down the floor. Quiroga's got it back at center. Quiroga with a shot. That's blocked. Creador. Down along the half wall. They'll set up again. Portugal. Pressing, trying to get on the board. Senra threw it out in front. That's picked off Marek Slovak. That went off the foot of the Portuguese player, so no flooring. Piak up high. Backhand goes wide. Rebound put through the crease by Slovak, and Portugal will just get rid of it. Slovakia coming close here. Backhand, and there you see it coming off the end boards and put right through the crease. Between the goalie and the net is Bujek with the backhand. Slovak is there. Orovitz was there as well for Slovakia. Whipped wide of the goal. Slovakia will hold it in. Orovitz. Shot on goal. Saved by Cruz. Madeira. Out in front. It bounces around. Cruz clears it away. Perez for Portugal. All the way up here to center looking for David. Rivnak's got it. Shot wide of the goal by Minarik. Played right back in again by Liptok. Arago to the boards. Perez. Perez off the boards to David. Ball out at center. Slovakia has got it first. Titka. Try and get it back to Rampacek, and it's cleared by Portugal down the floor. No flooring. Portugal back to get it. Zelinka around the boards. Over on the far side. Comes back to Zelinka. Rampacek. Over for Kohler. Kohler did not gain the blue line. Now on this side, that'll be offside against Slovakia. Rampacek got in ahead of the ball. Madeira for Slovakia. Put it out in front, went through a bunch of players. Came out the other side. Here we go, outside the blue line. Right down to Cruz, he'll cover it up. Up into the middle. That pass picked off. Sent right back in. Carrera has it for Portugal. Knocked down by Svitana. Svitana then is knocked down. And it will be a penalty to Duarte of Portugal. As Svitana was knocked down over in the far corner. He kept the ball in along those far boards. Here you see Carrera. Could have been a high stick there against Liptok. And Svitana trying to hold it in. He gets clipped as well. So a pair of high sticks. Svetana will get some ice. Just the 2-minute high sticking to Duarte. There's Patrick. Another power play for Slovakia. It's knocked down by a high stick. So ball knocked down by a high stick. Penalty to Portugal previously. So because, wait no, we've got another, not just knocked down with a high stick, excuse me, but the gate has come open over on the far side and the Slovakian player has gone in, Lukas Pijak. Was also knocked down by a high stick. There are two different high sticking calls, and that won the penalty, and just the contact, the ball with a high stick, that'll bring the face-off all the way down. So 4-on-4. Just 4 seconds in the difference between the two penalties. That shot missed on the far side. Creador. Bojic's on him. Creador maintains possession. Cabral's shot comes off the end boards. Penalty coming up to Portugal. It'll be for interference against the goalkeeper, Bojic. Slovakia now have the extra attacker on there as Patrick has gone to the bench. Slovakian player Madeira knocked down, and it's getting a little rough out there right now and a little bit chippy. We get to see this play. You'll see this is the one right at the end. Madeira is tripped up. But on the penalty, one of the Portuguese players, it's Perez who's gone to the bench, gave a little shove to Patrick as he was in the crease. And Patrick will make his way back. It's 4-on-3 now for Slovakia. Rampacek. Slovak is out there. Martinusic right here on the right side. Slovak pass just a little bit off. Rampacek, shot blocked by Pontes. Rampacek recovers it out at center. Martinusic, Rampacek. Slovak, Rampacek, Slovak, Rampacek. Try and get it right in the right shooting position. Slovak fakes it. Ball bouncing. Rampacek's got it. Rampacek down low. Rampacek. Martinusic. Slovak with the shot. The net's come off. Doesn't matter. Cruz makes the save. Down to the right of Justin Cruz. The right goalpost is off by 3 or 4 inches. Minute 4 left to go in the man advantage for Portugal. 26 seconds. 19 seconds left to go in the Slovakian penalty, 16 seconds left to go in the Portuguese one. Then it'll become a 5-on-4 power play, but right now it's still 4-on-3. Bujic, Kohler, Bujic, one-timer, off a stick, up and out of play. 1 second to go in the Portuguese penalty, 5 in the Slovakian. Portuguese penalty is now over, and now so was the Slovakian, so it is a 5-on-4 for Slovak. For the Slovaks. Sequeira missed it. Kohler's got it for Slovakia. Back at the point. Zelinka. That's actually Minarek, 17, back at the point. Rivnak here on the near side. Bujek trying to jam it home. Portugal get it out to center. Knocked down there by Minarek. Bujek. Minarek. Kohler's shot. That went off of... I'll see who that was. Number 11, Marco Gonçalves. That hit the goalpost. Off the stick of Lukáš Piak. He's got it again. Božic, Denica, and Božic. Even strength now. 5-on-5. Piak and the Božic. Under 2 minutes to go here in the second. Perez. Patrick around the boards. Up at center. Kept in by Matthew David. And behind the goal. Wrap around. Whistle goes. The net's been moved. Need to replace that. That's the reason for the whistle. Minute 27 to go, second period, 2-0. Slovakia leading Portugal. 18 nations represented here. The ISBHF World Ball Hockey Championships. Got 18 teams in the men's competition, 6 teams in the women's. Shot Cruz has it, and Cruz gets bowled over. He's run in too hard. That was Madeira coming over the top of Cruz. Madeira heading for the front of the goal. Gets a little shove there by Cabral. That's what causes him to go over the top of Cruz. And Cruz has been shaken up with 1:15 to go in the period. Horowitz and Bujek having a conversation. All right, Cruz back up on his feet. He's going to stay in the game. Face off to his right. Again, a quick face off win, a shot and a rebound. A couple of saves by Cruz. Just missed as they tried to feed it up ahead to Matthew Leal. Crease violation. Camara's arguing he was shoved into the crease. Shot comes in from Danny Roca at the point. You see Camara saying Bujek shoved him in there. Let's see if we can see it from back here. Here's Camara coming out in front, cutting in front, and judgment whether or not he was in there even before the shove. Referee says yes. His is the only judgment that counts. 59 seconds to go, second period. Shot in on Patrick. He'll take it, clear it all the way down the floor. In behind, we've got a rumble on the go. They've dropped the mitts. First time we've seen this all week. You said tensions were starting to amp up. Game was getting a little chippy. Montero and Patrick having words. Camara, who was upset a minute ago, not surprised that he's involved in this. He's had a chip on his shoulder for a while in this game. You could tell he was having issues with the way things were happening out on the floor. Filip Tika for Slovakia. Kamara's gone to the penalty box, but I think they're going to remove him. Tika is coming here to the Slovakian bench, and he may be making his way to the dressing room. That's just where he's headed. Kamara was obviously upset prior to that. He got called for the crease violation, saying he got shoved in, and then got involved with Tika, and he dropped the mitts and went at it. As I say, first time we've seen it all week. We've seen some rough play. We've seen some teams that clearly didn't like each other very much, but we haven't seen the gloves come off and guys go at it and punches thrown. Referees are over at the far side trying to sort out what the penalties will be. There they are. Got his notebook out. Both referees from the Czech Republic in this game. Still just the second period. We've got another game coming up for you just under 2 hours from now. Czech Republic will host India here at Tip Sport. As I mentioned, Steve Power will be here to call that game for you. So I get a little break and come back at 9:30 to call Canada and Switzerland. Final quarterfinal game or semis will be set at that point. Discussion about where the face-off should be. It'll stay down in the Slovakian end. Nobody looks very happy out there right now. 52 seconds to go in the period. Shot block, bounces around. Gonzalez behind the goal. Gonzalez trying to get out in front. Poke checked by Patrick. And now we get another shot being thrown at the end of that. Kohler gave Gonzalez a pretty good whack to the back of the head. If we stay with it here. Yeah, took a swing and maybe didn't make as much contact as I originally thought. Two centers, Macbeth, Kohler, get waved out.
difference and 5 minutes plus misconduct.
See if we can get through this third period. 20 or 35 seconds to go. The shot goes wide. Gonzalez picks it up here on the near side. So we're on the far side. Around behind the goal. Trying to wrap around. Nets come off. Once again, a lot of traffic there to the side of the goal the last few plays. A lot of pushing and shoving down low. The players going around behind. The net gets bumped just a little bit. Just enough to dislodge it. So 24 seconds to go now in the second period. 2-0, Slovakia lead. Shot goes into the corner. David is on it. Perez down to David. And you get it back to Perez. That one off his stick. Return tipped in front by Matthew, but it goes behind the goal. Matthew David. Time's going to run out here. Buzzer goes. And the players head to their respective dressing rooms. A pretty feisty second period. Slovak add to their lead. They scored one in the first. They added another one in the second. Now lead at 2-0. This quarterfinal game, Slovakia against Portugal. We'll be back with the third period of this one in a few minutes. They'll go to their dressing rooms and see if players can cool down a little bit. We'll see what comes in the third period. We'll be back very shortly.
Hlavními mediálními partnery mistrovství světa hokejbalu jsou Česká televize a Český rozhlas radiožurnál. Partnery mistrovství světa hokejbalu jsou AAA Auto, Štojbly, léčebné lázně Bohdaneč, Ketolie, Vodovody, kanalizace Pardubice, Explozia, Charlotte, TNT Trade, Auto, Energie AG Bohemia, Marknet, Calypso, ČPP Service, Správa a údržba silnic Pardubického kraje, Napatax, Somia, EN Stav, Astex Aspra, Elektroservice Modern, Finet Pardubice, Tekan, Mados NT, SAM Litomyšl, Bauset.cz a Kopcentrum. Dodavateli mistrovství světa hokejbalu jsou Rozvojový fond Pardubice, AB Edera, Konektel, Flamy, Odrážovka, Ditfood, České dráhy, Rosengard, Patapov, Red Tide, Monte Catering, Chargebox, Holfloor, Tiburon, Kohinor, Berser, Finlandia a Frenzel. Regionální partnery mistrovství světa hokejbalu jsou Aquacentrum Pardubice, Atrium Palác Pardubice, Deep Vision, destilační společnost Východní Čechy, Kulturní centrum Pardubice, Dopravní podnik Pardubice, McDonald's, Dostihový spolek Pardubice, HC Dynamo Pardubice, Letiště Pardubice, Golf Resort Lutická hora a regionální rozvojová agentura Pardubického kraje.
Včera jsme se ptali hráčů z exotických zemí, jak si to líbí v České republice. No a teď jsme vyrazili do fanzóny a zjišťovali,
and Flitika. They're both gone from the game. Shots on goal after 2 periods, 31-14, favoring the Slovaks. They have slowly taken this one over. 2-0 they lead after 2 periods. 1 goal towards the end of the first. There are some Slovak fans. They added another one in the second. Now lead it by, as I say, 2-0. Looking to advance to tomorrow's semifinals. And Saturday we'll have the gold and bronze medal games for you. I'm here in Tipsport for both the men and the women. Women will play their semifinals tomorrow as well. Canada will play the United States. Slovakia will play the Czech Republic. So far we've got 1 team into the semifinals in the men's competition. Kamari tried to come back out onto the floor. He's being sent off to the dressing room, making the slow walk down to the corner where the Portuguese dressing room is, down in the corner. Get the gate open. He's not in a good mood as he leaves, knocks down the metal barrier as he walks out. Ball goes up and into the Portuguese bench. Playing 5 aside as we start this third period. Both Kamara and Tika have been ejected from the game for their fight. Perez lost it. Kohler up ahead. Martinyasik. Ball rolls right down to Cruz. He'll hold on to it. And the face off the Portuguese end. Just 30 seconds gone here in the third. Czech Republic, India up next at 7 o'clock local time. It's over an hour and a half from now. And then at 9:30 local, Canada, Switzerland. See Cerqueira letting it roll down to his goalkeeper Cruz, just keeping the Slovak player from getting to the ball. Liptok with a shot that just missed on the far side. Creador along the boards. Duarte back to Creador. Up on the other side. Over the red line, shot in. Patrick will cover it up. 1:01 gone, third period. Cleared out to center. Kick to the boards. Backhanded down by Denica. Slovakia on it first. Montero. Taken away. Piak. Lukasz Piak gets it behind the goal. Bezic out in front. Shot goes wide on the deflection. Came in from Marek Slovak. Duarte. And around behind the goal. Up the other side to Montero. Up ahead. Good pass. Duarte. Duarte stopping up between the hash marks. back. Roca with a shot. Went wide, then it's flipped up over the goal and here to the near boards. Duarte's got it. Duarte back at the point. Roca's got a lot of room. Shot again, missed the target. Portugal doing what they can to try and get back in this one, trailing by 2, pressuring the Slovakians. In front, tipped wide. Duarte will get to it and maintain possession. Ryan Leal backing around behind the goal. Race for it there. Getting first is Tomáš Tupi for Slovakia. Played off by Madeira. Out at center. Leal will bring it back in. Right to Stanislav Petrik. Will throw it down the floor. Force Portugal to go back. That'll also allow Slovakia to change up their personnel. Portugal on the right side, a little bit of room to get in. Leal behind the net. Macbeth into Leal. Tried to cycle it back. Macbeth had gone to the front of the goal instead of behind. Matthew Leal has it over on the far boards. Watched by Kohler. Leal trying to make a pass to somebody. Can't find anybody free. Slovaks cleared out over center. Pontes to Perez. Back to Carrera. Perez off the boards looking for Pontes. Matthew David has it. That hit the side of the goal. Break for the Slovaks. Couple of whacks at it. A third whack at it. Cruz has got it. And you see Matthew David there at the side, thanking his lucky stars. His pass that was meant to go back around behind the goal hit the side of the goal, came out in front, and Orovitz had a couple of chances. First one stopped by Cruz. Second one he missed on, then it still bouncing there. Cruz will cover it up. Perez over on the far side, Matthew David. Working there against Denica. Denica for the Slovaks. Gets it behind the goal. Kept in. Cabral can't get to it. It's chipped out towards center. It's missed, and here's a breakaway for Martinusic. Martinusic, backhand, scores! Yaroslav Martinusic. 3-0 now. One in the first, one in the second. They've added a third in the third. As they try and book their way into the semifinals tomorrow. Beautiful move by Martinusic as he went to the backhand and got it up high over the glove of Justin Cruz. Timeout's been called by Portugal. They need to do something to try and generate some offense. They had the ball at the start of this period for a prolonged period of time down in the Slovak end. Didn't really generate any good scoring opportunities. A lot of possession, a lot of ball control. Not many scoring chances. They haven't made it tough on Stanislav Petrik. Face-off taken by Slovakia. Shot on goal. Cruz pounces on it. Covers up. It's over 4.5 minutes gone here in the third period. 3-0.
Goal for Team Slovakia scored by number 46, Jaroslav Martinuski, assisted by number 24, Milan Kapaček. Match score 3-0.
Pavel Blaud's shot was deflected away. Back at center. Kasher. That was deflected. Changed direction. Off a Slovakian player in front. May have been Liptok. Went out of play. Up into the mesh. Face-off will come outside the blue line. Chris Creador up at center. Knocked down there by Montero. Montero back to Creador. Creador to center. Can't get it in over the blue line. Now they'll bring it in. Matthew Leal. Down into the corner. Lahut trying to get there. He's been worked over by Montero. Montero knocked it loose. Duarte has it. Leal. Matthew Leal. Back towards center. Turns off the boards. Duarte off his stick. Matthew Leal got clipped out at center. There is the high stick right to the kisser. And he dropped, but he's going to be okay as he gets back up. Be a penalty to Svetania of Slovakia. Svetana goes to high sticking. Power play for Portugal. Perez to Creador. In front, blocked, didn't get through, cleared, out of play. That took 17 seconds off the clock. Carrera, David, Creador, Perez, shot again, it's blocked, this time by Bujek. Perez out in front, nifty little move, looked like he was going to go behind, got the shot away. Patrick makes the save. Perez and Bujek exchanged a couple of shoves. Bujek heads off to the Slovak bench. Cleared down the floor by the Slovaks. They're killing a penalty. Creador, minute 12 left to go in that penalty to the Slovaks. Backhands it in. Patrick missed it. Tupi left it for Zelinka. Zelinka along the boards trying to get it out to center. Not out over center. Now it comes out. I believe that's Zelenka. The Slovakian player's gone down. Right up at center. Cut off by Cabral, and let's see if we can see where he gets clipped. It's Cabral coming in from the right. Looked like he got clipped in the ankle, but they're going to spray the knee. Let's see. I'm not sure he got hit by Cabral. I think he may have twisted. I think he just twisted his knee. He'll make his way to the Slovakian bench. Kohler wins the faceoff for Slovakia. Long shot in, played away by Cruz. The ball stays in play. Creador's got it. 43 seconds to go in the power play. Creador to center. He'll bring it in over the blue line himself, but that was going nowhere. Ricardo Perez. Pile up down the corner, ball comes loose, and another player is down, grabbing his right knee. I think that's Brian Creador. It is number 57. Creador goes in, stepped on a stick, and he's hurt his knee. See, as he comes in here, steps on the stick of Blahut, and he's wrenched his knee. And Zelinka a moment ago twist his knee for the Slovakians. This one looks to be perhaps a little more serious. Brian Creador, as mentioned earlier, very big man. Stanislav Petrik. He's checking with the referee if he's allowed to go to the bench while we've got this delay. Referee tells him that's okay. He'll go to the bench, grab some water. As they continue to administer to Brian Creador in behind the Slovakian goal, about halfway between the goal and the corner. Just under an hour and a half from now. I'm going to bring out the stretcher now for Creador. So we're saying just under an hour and a half from now, we've got India and the Czech Republic. This game running a little late due to a few injuries we've had and a few delays for other assorted events, including a fight at the end of the second period. They're going to lift Creador up onto the stretcher, and they'll take him for medical treatment and observation and examination. Check out that knee, and we all hope it's nothing serious. He will get the medical treatment he needs. Justin Cruz, Brian Creador. They'll take him off. He gives the thumbs up. Creador will be taken off for observation and examination. Justin Cruz heading back to the goal for Portugal. Not quite halfway through this third period. This game now just over an hour and 40 minutes long. Ten seconds to go in the penalty to Slovakia. They'll clear it down the floor, and that'll pretty much take care of that. Just a couple of ticks left on the clock. Svetana is back out on the floor. Big collision over on the far side. Ball comes here into the corner. Matthew Leal. Macbeth shot off the glass to Patrick. He'll hold on. Martin Kohler for Slovakia has gone to the bench. The Slovakians will change up their personnel. Denica over to Svetana. Up ahead to Bliski. Back to Svetana. He overran the ball, goes back and gets it up at the blue line. Gets it to Bliski. In behind the goal. Slovak cycling it. To Bliski. Down into the corner, comes back up along the boards. Matthew David trying to get away, but it went out of play at the players' bench. 8:27 gone in the third period. Shot off the end wall, hits the back of the net, ends up in the corner. Lukasz Pijak cycles it back down low for Pijak. Bojak. Slovak. Back down. Pijak. Bojak to the side of the goal. Perez for Portugal up towards the blue line. He'll get the return pass. Watched by Bujak. He's got to retreat back in his own end to pick it up. Cleared in by Portugal. Ryan Leal back at the blue line. Shot. Sequeira was knocked down. Out comes Rivnak for Portugal. Rivnak. Thrown in front. Portugal. They don't get it out. Orvitz to the front of the goal. Shot hits the outside of the goal by Madeira. Into the corner. Bozak. Madeira knocks it free. Madeira will get to it first. Rivnak was knocked down, fell on the ball. Referee blows the whistle. One of the Portuguese players put his foot on top of the ball. There you see the chance for Madeira. Cruz may have gotten a stick on it. I think it was going wide anyway, but great chance. Fans in the stands. Kept in. Rampishek in front, couple of whacks at it. Martinyasik, who got the third goal, taken by Cruz off the boards. Rampacek, Martinyasik, shot over the top, and Cruz reaches back and grabs it. Not out. Rampacek in front. Given away. Slovaks have it again. Down in front of the goal. Couldn't get the shot away. Slovak fans didn't like that. Now we've got a penalty to Slovakia, and we've got another player down and injured, or at least shaken up. That's Danny Roca, as his hip was driven into the boards. Martin Kohler go to the penalty box for Slovakia. Another delay as a Portuguese player requires attention. Let's take a look at it one more time. Here's Roca, and you see his left hip just driven into the boards as he contacted Martin Kohler. Roca, a lot of discomfort, the hip, lower back area. He will get to his feet and not feeling well, having a tough time straightening up. Now he's upright and will make his way to the bench. Another delay here in this game. This game taking an inordinate amount of time to complete with the injuries. .410 is the time remaining. To the boards, Montero. Chris Creador, Slovakia. They send it down the floor. Moravec diving for it, trying to keep Creador in the corner. He'll get it to Perez. Duarte. They need to get it in over the blue line and set up. They get it in. Back at center, Duarte. Perez. Pass off the mark to Montero. Montero in the circle, can't shoot it. Back to Creador. Creador, wrist shot. Patrick got a piece of it with the glove, deflected it wide. Back to Creador. Duarte. Fanning on it was Montero. And again, Slovakia sent it the length of the floor. Got 3 minutes remaining in this one. 3-0, Slovakia lead it. They'll send it down the floor once again. 42 seconds to go in the man advantage for Portugal. No flooring. Blahut rings it around the boards. Can't get it out. Macbeth had his pocket picked, but then Carrera comes up with it. Carrera doesn't get a shot. It's bouncing around. Patrick kept it out. Matthew Leal. That shot hit the goalpost, came out the other side, and Patrick slaps the post, says thank you very much. It hit that right post and came out the other side. And a cross in behind the goalkeeper. He recognized right away what happened. Montero with a chance. The side of the goal didn't make good contact. See the goalpost hit again, and then watch Montero's reaction. Well, this is the one to Montero where he fanned on it over at the far side. Okay, won't see the one that hit the goalpost, but right after it hit the post, Montero, as the play went on, or Patrick, as the play went on, just turned and gave the post a little tap. He's down there giving it a couple of more little taps. Thank you very much. There's the one off the post. Patrick, camera will follow the ball. His play stopped. He went back and a few more kind words for his goal post. We're going to double check that the ball didn't go in. Again, this is the new rule instituted by the ISBHF. If there's any doubt about it, they ask the referee to go and check the video. We have a number of in-house cameras that'll give us a couple of different looks. They've got an overhead, which we don't have on our webcast, but they put up on the big screen above center, which is usually a pretty good one for indicating if the ball crossed the goal line or not. I don't think it did. It hit that right post and just squirted out the other side. It went right in behind Patrick and out the other side, but Slovakia, down 3-0, have asked the referees to take a look. They're going to get a decision. Get the helmet back on. No goal. .257 left to go. Face-off one using the foot, not allowed. Mentioned earlier in the week, similar to the IIHF ice hockey, you can't win a face-off using your feet in ball hockey. It's touched by a high stick. Face-off will stay right there. Over an hour before Czech Republic and India hit the floor for their quarterfinal game. Tbilisi, as the Portuguese net is empty, they pull the goalkeeper, and why not? You're down by 3. It's a quarterfinal game. It doesn't matter how many you lose by. It's you either win or you lose. No goal differential matters at this point. Matthew David. Smetana took it away from him. Tbilisi getting away at center. He'll make the pass. Liptak with the empty net. Save is made by the defender. Save made twice. Smetana shoots, scores. That'll do it with just 1 minute exactly left to go. Great work by Chris Creador. Liptak blocks that one, blocks it the second one with the stick, but then it comes to Smetana, takes his time, has a little look, puts it home. So Slovakia will advance to tomorrow's semifinal, along with Greece. Slovak, back to Bujak.
71, Patrik Svitana. Bez asistence, stav potkání 4-0. Time 44.
Minarik.
Goal for Team Slovakia, scored by number 71, Patrik
Božic.
Svitana. No assist.
That shot goes wide. Cruz will hold on to it, and running the hurdles was Lukasz Piak. Piak was heading for the front of the goal. Cruz is down. Here's the high hurdle. Another shot. Cruz makes the save as we limp towards the finish line in this one. Speaking of the steeplechase, trouble getting across the finish line here. Marek Slovak shot did not get through. Under 30 seconds left to go now. Slovakian fans begin to cheer. Batted down by Slovak. Portugal will touch it up. 12 seconds to go now. They'll just hold it there and let the clock run out. Slovakia advances to the semis along with Greece up next. Czech Republic and India. See which of those two will move on. They'll be followed by Canada and Switzerland. I'm going to step out for a little bit. Steve Power's going to come in and have the call of the Czech-India game, and I'll be back for Canada versus Switzerland. Thanks so much for watching. We'll be back in just about an hour with our next game. These are the 2017 ISBHF World Ball Hockey Championships from Pardubice in the Czech Republic. It is quarterfinal Thursday.
Ladies and gentlemen, now we announce the best players of the game. Ceny předává. Places are provided by Milan Ladiver. Nejlepší hráč utkání z týmu Portugalska. Best player from Team Portugal is player number 19, Ricardo Pires. Hráč utkání z týmu Slovenska. Best player from Team Slovakia is player number 55, Martin Kolar. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise up for the national anthem of Team Slovakia.